Robes of justice. All American judges may wear black gowns on the bench. Spread of the custom will change the aspect of our courtroom. New York lawyers also talk of adopting the English robe, but we'll see where the white robe gets its origin. Advocates of the gown on the bench say that its adoption is simply doing honor to a custom which had its origin in Egypt, was perpetrated by the Jews and Romans, and survived in its original form through ages. The judge's gown was white in its early days and changed many times in style and colors until it became the present garment. The popularity of the black robe was established in the days when many of the judges were priests, and we know that that black robe is ecclesiastical. While there are many lawyers in New York who still object to the gown, there are also hundreds who believe that the moral effect of the garment will warrant its adoption by the judges of the lower courts. There was strong feeling of opposition to the change on the part of the people, who said that the custom was undemocratic and that the adoption of the robe or gown would be the first step toward the introduction of the wig and other customs which in their opinion would not be in harmony with a democratic form of government. But we have the right to a republican form of government. These people are committing open treason. 1899. If the fashion of wearing gowns in the court is followed by judges and lawyers, it says and lawyers. Could you imagine a lawyer also, or these attorneys wearing these robes? They would be big-headed out of their minds. The appearance of our justice shops will be greatly changed. Just now, the lawyers of Gotham, it says Gotham, this is 1899, Gotham, are earnestly discussing the proposed innovation, which shows that the idea is being given serious consideration. Some of the attorneys are in favor of gowns and some are decidedly opposed to them. Should gowns win the day in New York, the courts of other parts of the country would doubtless follow suit. Do you suppose the legal lights of Chicago or St. Louis or Boston would allow New York a monopoly of dignity? The members of the Supreme Court of the United States has always worn the black silk robe, but the ugly and uncomfortable wig was never a part of the uniform. No state court adopted the gown at the outset, but a few years ago, the members of the Court of Appeals of the state of New York passed a resolution to wear gowns similar to those worn by the justices of Supreme Court. That's called Semblance. It appears to be, but it's not. And since then, various bodies has followed the example. If no city of the state of New York, however, have the prejudices of the advocates of simplicity been overcome sufficiently to admit the black gown on the city court bench, even in Brooklyn, the opposition has succeeded thus far in preventing the introduction of the robe. There is nothing gorgeous or picturesque about the new robes. They are made of heavy, lustrous silk and are the same pattern as the gown which was worn by John Calvin and known among makers of ecclesiastical garments of Geneva gowns. Advocates of the gown on the bench say that its adoption is simply doing honor to a custom. Now, as far as them saying there was no wigs, we know they had the Wigamore party. But as always, there's a caveat and you have to read between the lines. I seen the recent upload where they was speaking on Master Teacher and his eyes. Said somebody sent him eye drops with alcohol in them, and he put the drops in his eyes and it burnt his eyes. What's going on? So I just been trying to ease and take my time and my break, which is not really a break because I still study every day. We dropped the Noble Drew Ali on Noble Drew Ali Solar Return. Indeed, I leave you in love and peace.